Hello everyone and welcome to Wednesday. I'm currently bundled up with a little kitty on my lap, keeping my lap warm. And what better way to celebrate this evening's 80-degree temperature than with a glass of hot chocolate. I'm serious. You see, I am a cold-natured person, and I've known this all my life. It may have something to do with the fact that I've grown up in the South. I've grown up in Myrtle Beach, where it's warm a lot of the time, where we've had 80-degree temperatures on Christmas. No snow, fine by me. I also know people who are the exact opposite. They're very hot-natured. There's times where we can be at the same event and I'm like, man, it's freezing cold in here. And they're looking at me like, are you crazy? And then at other times I can be like, you know, it feels great in here. And they're like, you're insane, because they're sweating and they're like, God, it's so hot. And this is interesting to me, and I feel like it has a lot to do with where you live and the temperatures you get used to. Mallory had told me something interesting she had read one time about it takes a certain amount of time to adjust to an area. I think you said it was like 3 years, something like that.
I think so.
It was like 3 years or something to adjust to an area before you kind of, you know, become accustomed to the temperatures that you're faced with on a daily basis. But I don't think that's ever going to change your nature, your cold or hot, you know, nature. Because there are a lot of people that are like me that get cold a lot, that, you know, even when it's summer, sometimes they'll be caught wearing, you know, long sleeve shirts because they're so cold. And I'm not like an extreme example. I know people that, like, they turn blue, seriously, like they're so cold everywhere. I'm not quite that bad, but it's noticeable. It's noticeable between me and some other people I know. It was also interesting because Emil was here, and Lindsay and Haley were here, and all of them, I would say, are more hot-natured, where they feel like things are warmer, more often than not. Also, Lindsay and Haley live in Wisconsin, and it's like snowing there all the time. It's always cold in Wisconsin, except for like the 3 months it's not. Wisconsin actually has seasons, unlike Myrtle Beach. But there was a lot of times where I was out with them, and also Emil, where it felt great. It felt fantastic. We're walking outside, and I'm like, oh man, it's a wonderful day. It's 85 or 90 degrees. The sun is shining. I'm like, oh, it's wonderful. And even though they may have been having fun, they were like, God, it's hot. You know, I am sweating. It is, you know, a little uncomfortable. And it's interesting in Emil's case, because Emil's actually originally from Arizona, and then he lived in Florida for a time, and now he lives in Georgia. And he still has, I guess, a bit of an issue with it. I love it. I love the warm temperatures. And Mal and myself have talked about, you know, maybe moving at some point in the future, and maybe, you know, possibly thinking about going to different places. And Seattle is one of the places that we've talked about. But the temperatures here in South Carolina are something that I just don't think I could give up. You know, I don't mind going further south because I really love the warmth, but I don't know if I could deal with the cold. On the few occasions that I've been in Wisconsin for Christmas or for winter, especially the ones I've been on the vlogs because you've seen them, I am so bundled up because I'm just freezing. I recall the first time I went to Wisconsin at Christmas. It was Christmas in, I believe, 2008. And I went there, and I swear, I was there for like seven or 8 days. And once I got there, once I got off the plane, I don't think I felt my feet again until I came home. I'm not even joking, except maybe when I was in the shower. But that was actually worse, because then the hot water hits and it's all tingly and it feels awful. It feels like you're going to die or lose your feet or something. So that was bad. That was really bad. I could not deal with that. Anyway, this vlog exists to allow you to tell your nature. What nature are you? Do you find yourself being cold in places where other people are like, what are you talking about? Or hot in places other people are like, you know, what's your problem? And also, how do you react to the environment, like outside, like when it's cold or hot outside? Because I feel like those are actually different things. And I want to see if you guys agree with me, because like, while I do think I'm cold-natured, I feel like there's a distinct difference between, you know, being cold maybe in a restaurant or something, and then enjoying the heat outside. I feel like those can actually be separate entities, and people that might, you know, enjoy the heat may also get hot indoors or something. I feel like that can be separate. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a guy who gets cold occasionally. And who makes hot chocolate in the summer. Maybe there's clearly something wrong with me. But doggone, hot chocolate's good all the time. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Still a lot of work to do, still catching up on a lot of stuff, but getting a lot done, feeling good about myself, and trying to get everything done before Carly gets here. Thanks for watching, and let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? And I have such high respect for people that do this for a living, that do graphic design, you know, in any extent. You know.
Welcome to Damascus, baby. Sorry.